The Messenger, bringing horror to life.
Mirror games. What are they? Where did they come from? Well, today we will talk about one such game, Bloody Mary. The root of the mirror games, known as Bloody Mary, stretches back to a folklore tradition practiced by young people in the 19th century. It was said that if you walked backwards up a staircase in a darkened house at night, passing by a mirror as you went, you would see the reflection in the mirror of one of two things: a face of a person that you were destined to marry, or a skull. If the skull appears, it meant that you were destined to die before you had the chance to marry anyone. Bloody Mary itself, meanwhile, appears to have come along somewhat late, although exactly when is a little hazy. We do know that the legend was firmly established in the United States in the 1970s. Folklorist Janet Lenoir essay Mary Wiles, I Believe in You, published in Indian Folklore, a reader in 1976, featured several versions of the legend, which Lenoir had gathered throughout the early 70s. As for who Bloody Mary is, well, that changes depending on who you're talking to. To some, she was Mary Worth, who may have either been a Puritan woman who was tried and executed for witchcraft, or a woman who was killed in a car crash more recently. To others, she's Mary Wells, who might be the aforementioned car crash victim, or a vanishing hitchhiker type spirit. Some say she's the vengeful spirit of a mother who lost her child. Still others say she's Mary Tudor, the Queen of England who reigned from 1553 to 1558, and became known as Bloody Mary for the executions she carried out against Protestants in efforts to restore Catholicism to England. For what it's worth, some have suggested a scientific explanation for the spirit's appearance. It is said that staring into a mirror at low light conditions for lengthy amount of times causes our perception of what we see to distort and become monstrous. Perhaps the true monsters are simply the reflections of ourselves. No matter what you believe, though, one thing is absolutely clear. If you try to summon Bloody Mary, you do it purely for the challenge of surviving the encounter. How to play. Choose your play space. You may play this game in virtually any indoor setting. The only requirement is that your play space is capable of being totally blacked out conditions, with no light bleeding in from the outside. An interior room without windows, such as a bathroom, is ideal. If the only option available to you is to have windows, be sure to block them fully. Gather your supplies. You will need a candle, matches, or a lighter, and a mirror. Wait until nightfall, and then bring your supplies to the playing area. Enter it alone. If you haven't already prepared the room, block the windows and set up the mirror. Turn out the lights, light the candle, and place it in front of the mirror. Face the mirror. Make eye contact with yourself. Be brave. Be fearless. Take a deep breath. And when you are ready, begin repeating the name, Bloody Mary. Say it softly at the beginning, but adding volume with each repetition. Repeat it once, twice, 3 times, all the way up to 13 repetitions. 13 is the magic number. Speak the 13th repetition, and finally then stop. Look in the mirror. Look hard. What do you see? Is it just yourself? Are you sure? Look again, but stand back. Do not place yourself within arm's reach of the mirror. She might scream at you, but you can handle screaming. If she's able to grab you, though, there's no coming back from that. If you survive the experience, extinguish the candle, turn on the lights, and leave the room. You have proven your bravery. If you enjoyed the chill down your spine, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more eerie tales that will haunt you. Until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked, and sweet dreams, or rather nightmares. I'll see you in the shadows, and remember, don't shoot the messenger.